Hi everyone, Sid here in the car. I'm driving home and the rain is hitting pretty hard on my windshield. Hopefully the audio will be acceptable. So yeah, I would like to share my thoughts on the tragedy that happened this weekend. I'm sure you're all aware of it by now. And as a caveat, I'm working 100% off of memory right now, so I apologize for any errors, omissions, and things like that. So, yeah, as you know, a gay bar in Orlando was shot up this weekend. I think it was in the evening from Saturday to Sunday. And I was pondering what kind of angle that I could use to address this issue on. I've already done the gun control thing, and predictably, many people on both sides of the issue are doing their predictable thing of shouting, disarm everybody or arm everybody. And that's the thing with this tragedy, is that there are many thorny angles of gun control, gun rights, Islam, the much less controversial issue of Sharia law, which I've already addressed. And I'm going to link to both of those videos below. I think that, quite frankly, my video on gun rights, I think I knocked it out of the park. And I'm really happy to have delivered that when I wasn't in shock, as many of you might still be over the tragedy in Orlando. And what I would like to talk about is this need, this yearning to speak out when you're trying to process such a sad event. Quite frankly, it's looking like a lot of people are. There's this tendency to jump in the defense of Islam, and that is valid. I think that it's clear that this madman isn't representative of all Muslims, nor is he a representative of all gun owners. I think it's important to at least be consistent about that. If you're gonna blame all Muslims, blame all gun owners too. And if you're going to say not all Muslims are like that, you better damn well say not all gun owners are like that too. But to me, it's looking like a pretty clear Sharia law motivated massacre. And two other videos that I'm going to link to under here are the videos that Stefan Molyneux just shot out at breakneck speed about this incident. They're kind of yelly. I'm saying this more for volume purposes. I listened to one of them late at night and the other one this morning on my earphones. But yeah, it's looking like it's clearly a Sharia law motivated massacre. I can't imagine a universe in which this madman does not support Sharia law. And the thing is, and I'm going to address a point that Stefan made in his videos, and I think that is also very valid, that it's a nice example of the typical double standard that you will see in the mainstream media. Like, I like the example that if Donald Trump had held a rally where he was calling for the murder of a group of people, and about a week later someone shot up a gathering place for that group wearing a Make America Great Again baseball cap, I don't think you would hear a lot of rhetoric of not all Donald Trump supporters are like that, and that kind of thing. I think it's a good illustration of that kind of double standard. I mean, I've seen that clip of that dude at a Trump rally giving that admittedly vicious pot shot at some dude who was at the rally. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how that double standard plays out. I think that for now it's playing out somewhat how he predicted, although I think he was wrong in the regards that he kind of said the story would vanish because it was perpetrated by a Muslim who apparently was a registered Democrat. But from what I've seen in the not even 24 hours since hearing of this story, is that let's just say the mainstream lefty voice is making this about gun control. And there's one thing I want to mention since I mentioned gun control, and this is true for the Orlando tragedy, and it's also true for the Brussels airport attacks. When there's a suicide vest in play, gun control is kind of a moot issue because after thinking about it, the only way, or let's say the main way I can think of that a gun would beat a suicide vest is if you score a headshot on the suicide bomber and his vest isn't equipped with some kind of dead man switch or whatever, where the vest is rigged to blow if he releases the handle. So yeah, it's as tempting as gun rights advocates, as tempting as it is for gun rights advocates to say if there was an armed person there, maybe he could have shot back. I don't think that point is nearly as strong when there's a suicide vest in play. But the real thing that I've been kind of skating around this whole video so far is that it's really important when faced with a tragedy like this, which is shocking, which kind of gets you in your gut, in your heart, to really challenge yourself and to pay attention to the things you feel like saying in public, because it's the old saying, when emotions are high, intelligence is low, and it's really easy. Like, if there's an Aristotelian mean here, I don't think it's fair to say you should shut up immediately following a tragedy, because the things that you're going to want to say are probably going to be stupid. But on the other hand, if you do speak up while you're still in shock, like immediately following a tragedy like this, it's kind of safe to assume you're going to say a lot of stupid things. Looking back, I know I said some stupid things after the Batman movie theater shooting. So I'm speaking from personal firsthand knowledge here, and I also can't hold it against someone for saying predictably stupid things in the wake of a tragedy like this, because hey, I say stupid shit when I'm worked up. I say stupid shit when I'm tired. When my emotions are high, my intelligence is lower too. So I'm not immune to that phenomena. But I think that it's at times like this that it's doubly important to really challenge your own beliefs, in the sense that if the thing that you feel like shouting out in public kind of fits like a puzzle piece into the narrative that you were saying beforehand anyway, it's a pretty safe bet that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're kind of just picking a wordy way to say, "Rawr, I'm upset," and like the gun control person saying, "Disarm everybody." I was thinking of an example before leaving work earlier. Let's say that there was some genuine Islamophobe who was saying things about how all Muslims are terrorists and things like that. On September 11, 2001, he would totally be like, "You see, I've been saying this for years," or whatever. Or another example is how I'm sure Alex Jones has already come up with how this is a false flag psyop of some kind. It's the things you feel like saying might be valid in those situations, but I think that it's important to double your efforts to keep yourself honest if you care about the truth, because the truth is the only way we're going to get to these complex solutions. As I said in my gun control video, there are no obvious answers to this. So yeah, it's important when you're in shock to really engage yourself to see, like, is the narrative that I've been touting so far, and that I really feel like touting even more now, is it true? Is it valid? Is there validity in the opposing view? And things like that. Yeah, it's really, I can't stress enough how valuable it is, and it ties into how I've, for as long as I can remember, which isn't that long, but for as long as I can remember, I've made a point of actively seeking out opinions that are opposed to mine. I've already mentioned, well, I did a whole video on that, and I've mentioned some sources that I go to seek out opposing opinions, and I think it's important to keep your mind sharp and to keep your mouth honest, to really do that. And I think it's doubly important to do that in times of tragedy, like what happened in Orlando. So yeah, it's like my read of the situation is that it's a Sharia law motivated massacre, and apparently, which is why I brought up that Donald Trump example. Apparently, not that long ago, some prominent Muslim leader gave a speech in Orlando about how death is the penalty for homosexuality, so we should just get rid of them all now. And this weekend, some Muslim shoots up a gay bar. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to add. So I'll thank you for watching. Please leave your comments below, like, share. All the links to my social media are under here. So yeah, I mean, my heart goes out to everyone who is grieving for this, whether first hand, second hand, third hand, or fourth hand, or fifth or sixth hand. These kinds of things are tragic, and anyone who isn't a sociopath or autistic is going through has a lot of things to process in their own way. So I wish you the best in your emotional processing process, and yeah, I'll see you soon.